All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome, excuse me, to the Raw After Party with Gonzo and OG Tony here on the In Your House Wrestling Network. Damn, all of a sudden, throat wanted to go dry on me right as we opened. But I'm Gonzo, joined by OG Tony. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Excited, had a great weekend. Had a really good SummerSlam. I thought was excellent. Really enjoyed that. Was interested to see what Monday Night Raw would do. I thought it was a solid Raw. I enjoyed it. Let's jump right into it. Let's jump in the way it started off. Roman Reigns came out and addressed the crowd, and then we had LA Knight come out. And I thought it was a good. I thought it was pretty solid. I thought LA Knight did a very good job, and it appeared the way they made it appear that LA Knight got into his head a little bit. I thought LA Knight did a really good job tonight. I enjoyed the promo. From there, they go to the back. Roman was calling out the Bloodline for losing. Uh, in that 6 man tag. Uh, he wasn't happy with him at all. They say they'll take care of L.A. Knight. He told him not to touch L.A. Knight. He would take care of him. He leaves, and then L.A. Knight comes walking through with the suitcases and stuff, and basically making fun of the bloodline, and especially Jey Uso. And it was pretty good. I thought the segment was very well done. Um, it looks like Chris they're going with LA Knight to be I would say the next opponent for Roman Reigns. What do you think of the segment? Where you think they're going?
Well, first of all, we spent the first 20 minutes of Raw with Roman walking to the ring.
Well, that's
That's
normal.
just that's just a joke. It wasn't 20 minutes, but we always talk about how long his entrance is. But no, I love the opening segment. I thought LA Knight really shined in it. I wrote down here LA Knight killed promo. I thought he really shined in that segment. Uh, I thought Roman was good in it too. He was telling Knight that bitching and moaning isn't going to get you a title shot. There ain't been no tournament or all this. But then I liked how LA Knight turned it right back on him. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. That backstage thing was hilarious when
It was
he,
great.
he jumped like he was going to hit Jey Uso. Jey Uso flinched. But yeah, I thought that whole segment with all them guys was real good.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really enjoyed it. I think they're going in the right direction. Uh, I'm agreeing more and more with you about Jey Uso being the guy out. It really seems that way. So yeah, I enjoyed that segment.
And
Then
one thing I did like real quick on that segment was before LA Knight interrupted, Roman having the crowd acknowledge Seth Rollins. Uh,
Yep,
I thought that was pretty cool.
yep, I agree. And I wonder where Steph's going to go. For now, I think maybe he's going to take a little time off. I'm not going to say a long period of time. I'm going to say at least a couple weeks to a few weeks, and then they'll reset. There was a lot of interesting stuff happened on this show. Let's go into the first match real quick. The first match was Javon Evans and all ego Ethan Page. They got great chemistry. They had great chemistry down in NXT. I thought it was a really good match. I love Ethan Page's counters and the little crafty things that he does. A super heel, man. I can't give him enough credit. I think Ethan Page is doing a fantastic job on the main roster. Of course, Javon adds energy with his youth, and I think he's doing great. He wins the match, but then after the match, Big Cass comes out and just destroys, absolutely destroys Javon Evans. Your thoughts on that match?
Hey, what's going on, Josh? Josh said the LA Knight was fantastic in this one.
I
Uh,
agree.
I agree as well. No, the Javon Evans Ethan Page match I really liked. I do have one criticism, but it's not really about just this match. But I'll get to that in a second. Um, no, I thought it was a solid match. I still love how Javon Evans is starting to show a little more of a mean streak, getting a little more physical. But yeah, you're right. They had good chemistry together. I thought Big Cass looked. I like Big Cass's look. I thought he can't. I like his look coming in, and
Yep.
you're right. He just destroyed Evans, and then he had a back segment in the back where he
Yeah.
said,
Well, I mean,
don't take it personal," and all
yeah.
that. But
I
one
was
thing
getting ready to go to that next.
okay, one thing I think they need to watch though is they got to be careful with the opening segments of Javon Evans matches. They're starting to become kind of cookie cutter, starting to be the same. Like
I
the
agree.
the first 2 or 3 minutes of all his matches are starting to look the same, and then it's starting to switch up some. But I think they got to be careful with that because it's starting to get where you see the first few minutes of one of his matches, you've seen them all. Like they got to make sure they don't get in that groove where it's the same just over and over. And I think the last few weeks is kind of starting to get that way.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I agree with you. I think he's trying to be more physical. I think that's good, but I think that's a trap they got to be careful of. I agree with you 100%. You're talking about Big Cass, that promo. I really liked it. He said, for 8 years, and he emphasized and said it again, 8 years after being left for dead in the dirt and from being at rock bottom because of the things he went through, that he's back and he's back to prove himself to everybody. And like you said, he just basically said that Javon was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and he's going to going to leave bodies everywhere. So I thought I thought it was strong. I know a lot of people online. Well, where's Enzo? Where's Enzo? They've never advertised Enzo yet, guys. Maybe Enzo's coming in. Maybe he's not. Don't always go by what the dirt sheets. Wait to see what happens. I mean, maybe Enzo gets signed. Maybe that fell apart. I mean, I would like to see Enzo back. I'm not saying I wouldn't, but right now we've got Big Cass and give him a chance.
But wasn't a big part of Enzo leaving the last time was because he couldn't stay out of trouble or couldn't keep his kind of running his mouth and just
Well, he got accused of some stuff. He got cleared of that, but I think his mouth, didn't help things. I mean, the way he was backstage, the way he was. Uh, and I mean, he's been at NXT. There's been some talks. I know there's been some talks between them. Whether it's going to something that's going to happen, I mean, I don't
when
know.
you say he's been at NXT, has he been like on TV or just there? He's
No,
just there at
just
the
there at
center.
the training center. He's just
Okay.
at the training center. So yeah, but yeah, I like that segment. I thought Cass came in a good way, and so I thought that was definitely positive. Uh, Next thing I wanted to go to was the next match on the show. So Ruka versus Roxanne Perez. Thought it was a decent match. Uh, I thought So started showing some more uh, toughness, some more meanness. Like she was uh, getting a little more serious. Um, I think that she needs to do that more, and they need to quit relying on the big moves. I don't have a problem with her doing big moves, but she don't need to do 4 or 5 chancy moves in one match. Cut that down to 1 or 2, and I still think you'll have the effect. I think the fans are still behind her, but I think they got to be careful. Roxanne Perez is excellent in the ring. She's ready to move up to the next level. Uh, and go for some championships, in my opinion. Of course, So end up winning the match by DQ, and going into that, we have Becky Lynch comes out. Uh, I thought Becky was very good tonight. I thought she was on. I don't know if she's a face or a heel, but I thought it was a good segment. I thought she gave it to Liv pretty good, and then the next thing you know, here comes Stephanie Vaquer. So we got 2 returns and got 2 people both won that belt, and that was something that they needed on Raw. Somebody to go after Liv Morgan to help that women's division, and I think we got it there, and we got Stephanie and Becky facing off with each other at the end. I really like this. I thought it was pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought it was a decent match. I think them two could have. I think them two are capable of doing a better match than what they did tonight. But I thought it was a pretty solid match. I loved the Becky stuff. I thought Becky's promo was good. And I mean, like you just said, now there's 2 challengers. And what Liv said when she came out, there was no challengers
Yes,
for her
yes,
title. Like the she was gonna have a long title reign because there wasn't no challengers. So now they got 2 right there. I liked how Stephanie kind of came in as they were on their way out. I thought that the way they timed it was pretty good. But yeah, I thought it was solid. I did like Stephanie's look. I like the all black gear. But yeah, I thought it was a good segment, and you had them two basically telling each other not to get in each other's way in that
yes.
face off. So it's gonna be. I mean, hell, you could probably go end up in probably a triple threat match at some point.
eventually. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I agree with what Josh said. That the style that these two wrestle, there were some mistakes.
Yeah,
Uh, uh, but I think a lot that's unfortunately, I think a lot of that's on Soruka, and I hate that. Um, she didn't make many mistakes down in NXT, but NXT's I think a little bit of a smaller ring for one thing, and I don't know if that makes a difference. I'm not a pro wrestler, but I think that could mess your timing up a little bit. Now I would think she should be getting used to that by now, but it's just little things right now. Ain't nothing major with her. It's just little bitty things that are going wrong. I think she'll be fine as long as she keeps her confidence. Uh,
yeah,
from from there, let's go to a Brock Lesnar video package. Uh, it seems like the way it seemed to me, they didn't come out and really 100% say it, but it seems like Lesnar's done to me the way they did that package. What you think?
yeah. It made me think that as well, but like they never, like you said, they never came out and said anything. I mean, but at two at the first over after the first Obafemi match, he put his shoes out and everything
Yeah,
like he was retiring, and then all of a sudden he ended up coming back. I think they brought him. I think he was going to be done. I think what happened was WWE had booked herself in a corner with Oba, and they didn't know where to go with it, so they had to get Brock to come back to do a couple more matches with them because at that time they weren't in a position to really put him toward one of the titles or with somebody. Which now it looks like we see who he's getting ready to go against now, which I'm sure we'll get to in a few minutes.
yeah, yes,
But so I think it's a good chance that was Lesnar's last match because I really think that he had planned on that the first when he put his boots and everything out there that was going to be his last match, and like I said, then some plans changed. But I think he with him kind of passing the torch after that match, I think he's done.
I think so
And
too. I read
it was a cool video package too.
yes,
It
it
was a good
was.
video package.
Well, real quick on that, WWE killed it with the video package tonight. They had them spaced out. You know, they didn't do like one whole big one for SummerSlam, but they did them in different spots, different packages. I thought they did a very good job. I thought they were real good, and like you said, I thought the Lesnar package was very good. I agree with you on that. But I did read a story today. I don't know if it's true, but saying that Lesnar, the original plan was for Lesnar to be retired by Gunther and at SummerSlam, and he said no, he wasn't doing that. So that's the pivot there. I mean, they had to make some changes, and I think he believes in Oba, and I think that's the reason why it was done the way it was done. Speaking of Oba, let's go to the Obafemi promo. I love the promo. He said he was the ruler. He's going, and this was the really important to me that I liked that he's going to lead a new crop of talent. He's going to be the leader. Ain't nothing nobody can do about it. He said that he don't care about the old guard. That basically he would take care of them. I thought it was a very good promo. I thought it was excellent. I think Oba was just killing it on the mic. And then as he's leaving the ring, Braun and the Vision's on the way to the ring, and they basically have a face off that I thought was very impactful. It definitely, like you are saying, that it looks like that's the direction they're going to go. I don't know if that's good for Braun or not, but we'll see. Uh, I really liked it. I thought the Oba stuff was very good. What'd you think?
Oh yeah, I love the Oba promo. Other than his outfit, he needed a different outfit because that
Yeah,
top was giving him trouble. You saw him keep pulling it up over his shoulders so he could move his arms. He was having a little trouble with his wardrobe there, but no, I love the promo. I thought it was well done too with the stare down between him and Breaker as they were going, and then of course Breaker went in there and kind of used that face off as frustration and just beat the hell out of fucking
Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry. I felt bad for Joe, but fucking he got the hell beat out of him.
Yeah, a lot of people online are saying, "What is WWE doing with Joe Hendry?" You know, they signed him, and now he's nothing. I know you're not a huge fan of Joe Hendry, but guys, I don't think Joe Hendry. was ever going to be a super top star. Uh, he's making probably more money than he's ever made in his life. Probably signed a 2 or 3 year contract, and I think they're going to use him some. Um, maybe he'll get a if he's lucky later on, he may get a U.S. championship, an intercontinental championship, maybe a tag team championship, but I don't think he's ever going to be top level. Uh, everybody can't be top level. There's going to be winners and there's going to be losers. And if Braun Breaker is going after Joe Henry, who should be winning that match? Should be Braun Breaker.
Yeah,
So I don't want.
I've just never got it with Joe Hendry. Uh, and like you said, you know that, but I've just never. It's just never clicked with me like it has everybody else. Yeah, to me he's going to be about like his ceiling's about what he's doing now. He's going to be mid card somewhere and kind of help propelling the story and building somebody else. He's not. He's just not one of them top. He's not one of the top main event talents, especially right now. Uh, but yeah, he got the hell beat out of him tonight.
Oh yeah, he did. How's it going, Anthony? Yeah, Josh, they just need to be patient.
Hey, how's it
They
going, Anthony? Thanks for joining us.
I mean, one thing he is on TV right now. There's other people sometimes have trouble getting on TV. Right now, he's still on TV. He's not in a bad place.
Do you think
Okay,
do you think this is going? Do you think it's the right move to go with Breaker and Oba?
there's only one way for me for it to be the right move. I don't want him to destroy. I don't want Oba to destroy Breaker. I think it has to be a massive feud that goes for 2 or 3 months. For me, and I don't know if they want Oba to lose. So I don't know if it's a good place for Braun. I think it's good for Oba in a possible way, but I don't know if it's good for Braun.
Anthony, I'll give you my thoughts on that in just a second after we finish this discussion about this. Um, that's my thing. I think it could be good for Oba, but I don't know how you make it good for both of them. That's going to be the tricky part is to try not to or not really bury, but kind of hurt Breaker's stock uh, in the, with going them two. I really thought it was going to be Oba and Punk. I really thought he was going to go after Punk. Uh,
Well,
is,
the only
is,
thing
is
is,
what I thought, just because I know Punk is wanting to work with wanting to give younger guys some chances and stuff, and I didn't think it was going to be. I figured you almost had to either go with Roman or Punk. You almost had to put him in the way they booked it. You almost had to put him in a title picture now. I guess about the only other option is to go against Breaker because he's the other guy that's kind of on that path. But you kind of got. I think you have to be careful how you do it.
you could get Bronson Reed coming back. That's a possibility if he comes back to the division. Personally, I think Braun needs to be out of the division.
And something's well, I think that's about ready to happen because you saw with him and Heyman where he told Heyman,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
I
see,
was gonna.
I'm sure we're going to get to that." But yeah, with
Yeah,
that happening, I think that's kind of the lead to that. But Anthony had a question real quick.
yeah. I haven't seen that report about
I
might
think why
send Roman to AAA.
I think why people are saying that at the end, after the credits and stuff went off of Raw, uh, on Netflix, it showed Roman Reigns and Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio said, "You know, I'm the GM of AAA now." Roman kind of looked at him and said no, and then Ray said, we need to have a discussion," and then they walked off together. So
Well,
I think that's where people are getting that he might be going to AAA, but he might the way they set it up at the end there does make it look. I mean, was to make it look like he might be going to do something at AAA or something because Mysterio was with them and they were talking about AAA.
this would be my thing. He may make an appearance there, but they've got that big event coming up, Worlds Collide, and it's WWE, AAA, and NXT. So I
They
mean,
might be setting up something for that then.
set up some kind of match for him to be at AAA, Pipe Punk. They're going to use these guys because they're going up against AEW uh, that weekend. So you're going to see the big names on
So,
that thing. It's going to be a big event.
So that's probably what they were setting up is for Worlds Collide. But yeah, they I don't know if you didn't see that at the end.
I didn't see that.
So I was watching it on Netflix. A lot of times I watch it on our app, but I was watching it actually on
Okay.
Netflix, and then they're right at the very end. It showed that, so I'm sure that's where people were getting that from. But yeah, I forgot about the Worlds Collide. So yeah, you're right. That's what they were setting up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. Let's go.
Could Ray be setting up to have Roman try to take the AAA title from Dom?
Who knows, man? Who knows where? I think that's going to be Penta.
I think it's going to be Penta as well too. I agree with you. I think that's what, and I think that's who it should be. I think it
Yeah.
should be Penta.
Yeah. Uh, let's go to the segment you was talking about, Braun. You see Braun in the back, and he asked talked to Paul Heyman and said, "You seen? I'm gonna I'm gonna go after Oba." And Heyman told me that's what you should do. And he asked him where Oba was, and he said, "Well, how am I supposed to know where Oba is?" He said, "Well, you seem like you're his new best friend because earlier they had a segment where they kind of, he said, tell Braun I said thanks," is what Oba told Paul, and Paul told him basically congratulations, and shook his hand. So that's what Braun was referring to. You're his new best friend. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Uh, I've heard people that think that you may see eventually um, Paul Heyman with Oba.
I was kind of thinking that's what's going to happen as well.
But would they turn?
And did you see Heyman's facial expressions as Broad Breaker walked away?
Yeah,
Heyman is so good.
yes, he is.
Yeah,
Yes, he is. I agree.
it intrigues me to see them two go at it, but I also just think you're going to be walking trying to walk a fine line to make both of them come out of it looking strong.
Yeah, especially since
And,
it
and
sucks
Breaker's had so
because
many setbacks, and not just and some of them ain't even been
yeah,
his fault. Like he had the
and,
injury, he's had the injury, yeah, but like Seth Rollins getting hurt affected Breaker a lot too because that vision thing was supposed to be to basically kind of help build him up and get the rub off Seth Rollins. He wasn't able to do that. Then he gets hurt, and then just it seems like he's had that. Yeah,
I
I don't
I
know if
think
that's the
they
right
might.
way to go.
I think eventually, and maybe this is how they do it. Maybe he loses to Oba, but something happens and he turns face because really right now they're pretty top heavy. Uh, Roman, I don't know if Roman's a heel or I mean it changes. One segment he's a face seems like, and one segment he seems like he's a heel. Jacob Fatu's a destroying machine, so he could go either way. But yeah, I think Braun could end up being a face. I think Bronson Reed's going to come back as a massive heel. And right now, it's interesting that SmackDown is really loaded. I mean, you got Punk over there, you got Cody over there. Now you're gonna have Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. You got all they're really top heavy over in SmackDown, which I think SmackDown and USA wanted because they were hurting in the ratings. So it's gonna be interesting to see where they go. I hope that they're very careful with this. But again, who do you put Oba against? That's the Oba problem. I mean, I don't think they want to put the belt on him yet. So I don't know. Next, let's go. We had a promo with Chad Gable and Penta in the ring. Basically, pretty simple. Uh, just putting over kind of each other in a way, showing massive respect, and they get interrupted by JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio, and it sets up a tag team match. Uh, that was a pretty solid match. That was pretty good, and Penta and Gable get the win there. Your thoughts on that segment in that match?
Yeah, you're right. The segment was them two pretty much just giving each other flowers. Excuse me. Um, I thought the match was solid. I enjoyed the match. Uh, Dom put the bell hammer in his boot, tried to cheat. Gable found it, and the referee took it. And as the referee was doing that, Penta hits Dom with the belt. So and Gable gets the pin. I thought it was a solid match. Um, I like the promo work from McDonough and Dom when they came out, and Penta and Gable. I thought that was a good segment setting up the match. But yeah,
Yeah,
Penta is so good. So's Gable. Gable's underrated as hell too. But and then Dom can say two words and everybody in the arena hates him. It's
all of it. They was
it's so good.
booing him out of the place. Yeah, I agree.
Suji said he's the best. Suji said I'm the greatest Mysterio of all time. That place hated him. It was over.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No doubt. But I thought the match was pretty solid. I thought the wrestling on the show was pretty decent. But let's get to that very last match, man. The street fight. Royce Keys and Jacob Fatu. Uh, I love this match. I thought it was fantastic. I love the announcers and the wrestlers both selling the story of about them guys being friends for over 10 years and having each other's backs for 10 years. The announcers did it, and even the guys talking to each other was kind of selling it. And even Jacob at first acting like he really want to do this. He should telling Keys he should have stayed out of his business or stayed out of Bloodline business. He didn't, basically didn't want to do this, but it just got more physical as the match went, and then basically Jacob Fatu went to another level, went to that werewolf place or whatever you want to call, it, and destroyed Royce Keys at the end. Uh, and it made Jacob Fatu look like that beast that he can be when he goes to that beast mode. It was an outstanding match. I loved it. I don't think it hurt Royce Keys. Do you think it hurt? I don't think it hurt Royce Keys because it was
In
one
my
of
in my opinion, for me, it made Royce Keys look stronger. To
okay.
me, that's the way I
I
came out of
agree.
that match feeling. Because that to me that was one of the best matches I've seen him in.
Oh yeah, it's the best
And
match he's been in
and
WWE
it
for
wasn't
sure.
and it wasn't like he was just getting beat up on the whole time. Like he had his moments. It was a back and forth match until, like you said, where Fatu kind of snapped a little bit at the end, and then ended up destroying them. Uh, but no, to me, I actually felt like Keys came out at a little his character stronger than before the match. I thought that match done its job. It made Fatu look like that beast, like you were talking about, but it also to me didn't hurt Keys. I thought it made Keys look stronger because, like I said, to me that was one of his best performances. I enjoyed that. Like you said, it was brutal. They beat that, and then the ending of it was all the look at the end was awesome where he put that Tonga deathlock on him, but then he went away from it, but then and he went to do that ass in the head in the corner, and it shows Keys and there's blood coming out
Blood.
of his mouth. Like the visual was awesome. Like I thought they hit that spot on. But yeah, in my opinion, I think it made Keys look stronger. I didn't think it hurt him at
Okay.
all.
Yeah, I don't disagree because I didn't think it did. Some people are going to say it did, but I don't. I agree with you, Chris. I don't think it did either. And I also love the fact that, and that's what I say when I said about Roman being the heel. Now he came out and he approved of what Jacob did. So he's kind of walking that fine line. He says he's trying to do things right. He's trying to win stuff on his own by himself, but they got to take care of their business, and Jacob
And he's
took
trying
care
not.
of his business.
And he's trying not to be the one voice. He's trying to let everybody have a voice.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I think Chris is right too, Josh. I think he did look stronger. But I just know how people on the internet are going to be. He got buried. He didn't get buried. It was a fantastic match. I thought it was honestly, uh, it was as physical, probably more physical than the Hell in a Cell was.
Yeah, it was.
They was physical as hell.
Yeah, it was real good. I enjoyed it. I was into it. Like I said, and it it made me more of a Keys fan than I was. Like I said, that was the to me it made him stronger because that was like I said, that's the best. To me, that's the best match I've seen him have, and I was impressed. I'll tell
Well,
you what,
what I like,
he does that spine buster so
yeah,
well, dude. That
he's really
looks
good.
that looks good.
Yeah, I agree with you. The thing that I like about Keys, of course, he was in AEW and he was Powerhouse Hobbs, and he was a brute, just a powerhouse guy, and that's all they did with him. and he was good. And I think he knew that he had a ceiling there, and he always wanted to be in WWE. He got the opportunity. A lot of people, said he was moving too slow with him. He talked to him about that. He wanted to put a story out there. He wanted to go slow. He wanted to learn the system. They didn't want to. I don't know if they didn't want to send him down to NXT or he didn't want to go. They both agreed to do it this way, so they moved him at a slow pace and got a story out there. And you know more about Keys, so with knowing more about him and you see him in the ring, it means more. At least it does to me. At least it does to me. And I think it does to a lot of, or I think it will to a lot of fans. So I think he's in a good place. I don't think he's in a bad place. Um, I tell you, Chris, I really like this Raw because I think it coming out of SummerSlam, I think it moved things. I mean, we believe that Roman's going to be going up against LA Knight. That looks like the next direction. We think Breaker and Oba looks like a direction. We definitely think now we got some challengers for Liv with Becky and Stephanie Vaquer. So I think things got moved pretty good in this episode of Raw.
I think it's
Uh,
I think it's heading toward Dom and Penta.
yeah, I think so. And like you said, it looks like they're going to start heading some stuff with Triple A and some things to try to build up that big pay per view. Because like I told you guys last night when we was watching the pay per view, that they've already sold almost 7,000 tickets, and they're set up for 10 or 11,000, almost eleven
So
thousand in that arena in
if
Chicago.
if Knight goes with at Roman, who's going to go after Punk? Who's going to be that?
Well,
Could it end up being Kevin
Kevin
Owens?
Kevin Owens is next on the
Yeah,
list, but you've got possibilities with Finn Balor. You got Gunther. You got. I think Cody's going to be tied up with
it could
Orton.
end up, it could end up turning into like a four-way eventually with Owens, Orton, Rhodes,
Well,
and
you
Punk.
got you got Gunther who
Gunther.
thinks he deserves a shot. You still got Sammy who thinks he deserves a shot, but he may be tied up with Owens eventually. They've got a lot of people now in that world title picture on that side. I think right now it's a little weaker on the Raw side now. Uh, but we'll see where they go with that because I don't think I mean you really can't put Seth into that picture. I tell you what I would like to see. And I'm not saying they're doing it. I'm not predicting this. This is something I would like to see. This is me fantasy booking. I would like to see the bloodline turn on Roman. Roman stay good guy. And the guy that comes to his defense is Seth Rollins. I think that's another step they
Honestly,
could go
it
with
could
that
be
story.
kind of building toward that because I mean, after last night, then look what like Roman came out tonight, called Seth Rollins his brother again,
Yeah.
told got the fans to acknowledge him, like throwing out little things like that. Like I mean, you never know. It could be heading to something like that eventually down the road.
Yeah, I think we could be, but I'm not don't want to predict it because I could be completely wrong. But I think it could be that way, and I think that'd be a good way to go with the story. Uh, Chris, I want to talk a little SummerSlam, just a little bit, give some quick thoughts, but I want to get your grade for Monday Night Raw tonight.
I had it as a 8.5.
We're pretty close. I had it at 8.4. So uh, I really enjoyed it. I thought had 5 matches, but really one was a squash with Breaker and Henry. But I think it moved the story with Breaker, so I'm not real upset about it. I'm not real. I don't have real problems with squashes if they move the story. I did have a problem on SmackDown because I don't think they needed to do what they did to Julia because it didn't move the story.
Yeah,
But
the week
yeah, I
the,
thought
the weakest match of the night for me was Sol Ruka and
yeah,
Perez.
I agree, and I didn't think it was bad, but I agree.
Yeah, but I love the main event. Uh, I thought that tag match with Gable and Penta in Judgment Day was good.
Yeah, I like the way the show flowed. It was over 2.5 hours. I thought it went by really quick. Uh,
Are, are they going to have Tozawa and Theory going at it? I mean, is that what we're getting? Is that what we're going to get with Austin Theory? Is feud with Tozawa?
I still think
Or
we're
you think
going to
it's going
get.
to be Otis?
I think it'll be Otis. I think
Because
it'll be Otis.
Tozawa did mention Otis's name while he was out, when he was out there, but I'm like, really? This is what we're going to get is Theory and Tozawa?
I think we'll get Otis and Theory. I think that's the way they're going to go.
Because Breaker, I think Breaker and Division Tag Team Breaker and Theory is going to be done. Like, 'cause I
Yeah,
think Breaker is going to be, from everything it looked like tonight. It looks like Breaker and Finley are going to be going at it.
yeah, yeah. I don't disagree. Uh, Yeah, but I enjoyed the show. I liked the way it was put together. It was bloodline heavy, which was nothing wrong with that. But it still had a lot of little things with Oba in it. I thought they did good with Becky and Stephanie. So I enjoyed the show. I thought it was definitely a step in the right direction for the future. They don't have a pay per view for a while yet, but they do have uh, September 6th. They've got it's going to be a Sunday night's main event. It's not on Saturday night. It's going to be on a Sunday night. So they've got that. That's the next probably big show. So
I've never, I mean, I've never been like against LA Knight, but I've never been like the biggest LA Knight fan. But he really stood out to me tonight.
yeah, I agree with you. He has for a few weeks now. Uh,
Yeah,
I think he's
yeah, I agree with you on that. Even for the last few weeks, but like
tonight
tonight,
was a good night.
tonight he was like, to me, he was like the star, one of the stars, main stars of the show. Like he had a great performance. I thought he killed that promo. Man, I thought he was
I do
good.
too. I thought he was good in the promo, and I thought he was even better in the backstage segment
Oh
of
yeah,
being
that was
that kind of.
all was crack. I was in here cracking it up.
Yeah, I was too. Your mom wasn't paying no attention to me. So what are you laughing about? And I didn't try to explain it to her. I said it was just a real funny segment with LA Knight. So, but yeah, let's talk a little SummerSlam, Chris. A lot of people you seen WrestleMania. I've heard a lot of people feel like the SummerSlam was better than what WrestleMania was, and I totally I kind of agree with everybody. I thought it was a really strong uh, SummerSlam. I really enjoyed night one. I think that because we did that watch along, we had such a blast. I think we give it a really good rating. But I honestly thought night two was better. Um, so I thought they killed it. I thought top matches for me was Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, Io Sky and Liv Morgan, which you knew I loved that. I thought Chad Gable and Penta. Uh, I thought Punk and Rhodes was strong, and then also that Fatal Four Way, the way it was done, the way it was put together, and Kevin Owens getting that win was really good. Moments for me: Brock Lesnar and Obafemi. Brock Lesnar passing the torch. Chelsea Green got as big as pop as anybody did, winning that ladder match. Kevin Owens also a huge pop when he came out, and of course winning the number one contenders match. I thought it was a great moment for Chad Gable. I am going to get to a negative here in a minute. Probably the really only big negative I had for SummerSlam, and then the Roman Reigns to end the show and how they ended it. You know, great match first of all, and but then how they ended the storytelling I thought was fantastic. But my negative is basically put a commercial after with Chad Gable in the ring celebrating, having this stupid character come out, mug character with and have him taking shots of root beer. I thought was horrendous. I hated that, but everything else I thought was pretty spot on. So, your thoughts on SummerSlam, Chris?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. That didn't make too much sense. But I don't know how you just talked that much about SummerSlam and you didn't mention the best match of the night.
Uh oh.
The human money's on a pool match. You didn't even mention Danhausen.
Okay, you know what? You know what cage match wrestling gave that? I think they gave it a 2.3.
A 2.3? Come on. I'm joking when I said it was the best
I
match of
know.
the night. It really,
I was
but
I was enter I was
but I
entertained.
liked it. I enjoyed it. It was funny. It was funny. It done its job. It was entertaining like it was going to be. Uh, but no, SummerSlam I thought was real good. WrestleMania was so far away now. I'd almost I'd almost have to watch that again to say that SummerSlam was better. But it was definitely right up there with it. And I thought another moment where the crowd really popped was when they turned that into the Fatal Four Way to open that up. Yeah, they popped for Owens coming out, but they popped when they
Right.
added Gunther.
Yeah.
When Aldis just added Gunther at the first, there like that place was going crazy,
Yep.
and then he goes, "No, I didn't say I added just one participant." And then Owens' music hit, and of course it went crazy. But I mean, I thought that was a perfect way to kick off night two. I thought that was great, turning that into a four way like that. Um, I really enjoyed it. My favorite match was the main event of night two.
Yep.
I loved Roman and Rollins. I thought that was great. I still My second favorite match is probably Punk and Rhodes. I really liked that Punk and Rhodes match on Saturday night. I thought that was real good as well. But Rollins and Roman, I thought they done that perfect last night. I thought they told the story great. You didn't have you didn't have the interference like you get a lot of times in some of the main events. I just thought it told the story and it was just a good solid match. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Josh, I want Josh to hear this. Josh, Bleacher Report give the match between Io Sky and going to have a brain fart here. Help me out, Chris. Oh, Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan.
They they give that a C plus. They give that the they give that for the first night like the second worst grade of the night. Uh, I, I don't know what the hell they did give Roman's match an A. They did give that an A, and they give the first night overall a C plus, and they give the second night a B plus. So a B overall was what. But they did not like
I
that
had night
ladies
I had night one as better than night two up until about the last maybe
two
the main
matches.
event.
Yeah, I know going into I know
Going
after
into the
four
last
after
two matches,
four,
yeah,
you had yeah you still had the first one ahead of it. I thought it was going to be close. And no big problem. Like everybody's different, and I'm not putting anybody down because I'm not saying they're wrong. Glenn thought night one was a little better than night two. Nothing wrong with that. Marcus Fine, he give night one only a 7. But he give night two a perfect 10. He loved night two. So I mean, everybody's different. Everybody's got different tastes, and I don't mean that anybody's right or
yeah.
wrong. But I think what people's got to understand, especially right now with TKO, and I think what Triple H has been told by the people that are running the show, they are building for moments. It's not about matches. I mean, yeah, you got to have matches, and you want to put on some good matches. But they're building for moments, and they had a lot of moments. You had Chelsea Green, you had Kevin Owens, you had, I
Randy
mean,
Orton.
yeah, you had a lot of moments. You had the even the Roman Reigns match at the end, the way they set everything up for that last shot, a moment. They're doing things for moments, and that's the big difference between them and AEW. AEW's more match and let's put on banger performances, one after another. I'm not going to say that's wrong because there's a lot of fans that like that. Uh, I'm a little bit more into the moments, but I still enjoy AEW too. So I'm not saying that anybody's right or wrong. I think the masses, more people are going to want the moments overall. I think that's at least showed so far with the ratings and how many people watch. But that don't mean things can't. That don't mean things can't change. I think if AEW can find the right balance, but yeah, I thought WWE knocked it out of the park. I thought it was really good. I'm curious what I ain't heard Josh say what his grade was for night two. He's been quiet. House been quiet. Ain't heard nothing out of house either. But I thought it was a good show. So I enjoyed SummerSlam, and I thought Raw was a good follow up coming out of it, especially considering the fact to reset things that they don't have a pay per view for a little while. Uh, I thought it was a good show.
Yeah, yeah, I did too. I thought it was a good show. I enjoyed it. Um,
And speaking of good shows, I know some people may not have seen our earlier show tonight on Gonzo's Wrestling Room, but we had a killer show with two people, 2-in-1 special. we had we had Gabby Abbey, who's the ring announcer for WCWO, But then we had Abigail Rosewood, who is the
Whoa,
half
Miss Abigail
Miss
Rosewood.
Abigail.
She'll treat you like she did Mike Noble. You better get it right.
That's true, man. She was pretty hard on Marcus tonight, but yeah, Miss
She's
Abigail
pretty hard on
Rosewood.
everybody tonight.
Yeah, she was calling people bitches, and then she was going crazy, motherfuckers, and everything. She was going crazy. She kind of scared me a little bit,
Josh said
but
9.7.
7, and I think he gave the first nine. Was it? Did he give both of them 9.7s or nine?
Uh,
Or
no, he gave
or
the
did he give
first
the
nine
one?
10.
No, Josh gave it 9.8 first night.
Didn't somebody give the first night a 10?
I don't
Maybe it was
think
not. Maybe
so.
I was thinking him, but it was
Yeah,
9.8.
it was 9.8, 9.7. That's a strong grade, man. Both nights, and I'm not saying anybody was.
Both of them was real
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. I enjoyed it, man. It was good shows. Of course, you get some people that don't want to be fair. I've seen some people. It was a 3. If you watched that and thought it was a 3, you're not a wrestling fan.
That's just some people you can't make happy no matter what you do. That's just how it is.
Yeah, people. Oh, SummerSlam was a failure because they only had about a total of both nights 70,000 people. What was it? A down year for them? Yes, it was. And maybe they'll figure things out and lower the ticket prices. But I know I seen one guy posted a shot of where he sat for $74, and he had a pretty damn good seat for $74. But again, I thought it was a good show.
I don't think it's all about the ticket prices either. Though. Like I just there's been a lot of stuff going on here over the last month and a half, and you had the
I think
World
you would.
Cup, you had just
I
so
think
many
yeah.
big things going on. And I just think this was a time where people just didn't have the money, and I don't think it was just mainly the ticket prices, just because there's so much stuff been going on that I think that kind of hurt them because
Yeah.
people were paying big money to go to them damn World Cup games.
Oh yeah. Thousands and thousands of dollars. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that did pay have some effect. I don't disagree. Well, Chris, let's get out of here. We do have a show tomorrow night on Gonzo's Sports Room, Wrestling Room, at 10 o'clock. So check that out. Hey, check out Josh and In Your House. They have a show tomorrow around 6:30. Raw review show with him and Kevin Calloway. Definitely check that out. He'll also have the WCW watch along with House and Josh. Also on Wednesday night, again around that 6:30 spot. Just keep a lookout on the internet on their Facebook and their YouTube, and don't forget their website. So you can always check that out. Thursday, definitely want to check us out for the In Your House AEW Dynamite show, review show with me and Josh and House. Uh, Also, Sunday's House Party. Check out all those shows on In Your House. Fantastic shows. On Gonzo's, again, Tuesday night at 10. Wednesday, we got wrestling and racing show with me and Big Glenn. I'm trying to remember stuff, and I'm old and I can't remember shit. But I think that's at 7 o'clock with me and Big Glenn. We'll be talking NASCAR, IndyCar, and some wrestling. Uh, Thursday night. Okay, let me go back. Wednesday night at 10 o'clock, we got Hot Seat with OG Tony. And then on Thursday night, we've got Face or Heel Pro Wrestling Talk at 8 o'clock. This Thursday, no 10 o'clock show because me and Chris is going to the Spider Man movie. We're going to take a night off.
Oh, we're going Thursday. That's news to me.
Yeah, that's what Austin told me last night. 10 o'clock Thursday.
He never let me know what night we were going for sure yet.
Yeah, you'd already left when he went and talked to Landon. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It was going to
So
be either
we're going
Wednesday or Thursday. I hadn't heard which night. So, okay, Thursday.
Thursday night. So now you know. So hopefully everybody enjoyed the show tonight, and we'll see everybody next Monday.
Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, X, Instagram, all social media at Gonzo Sports Room and at In Your House. Check out inyourhouse.com. And we will see you guys next week for another Raw after party. Join us Friday. I don't think Dad's going to be here, so I think it'll be me and the voice Joshua Joseph for the SmackDown after party Friday night. Hope everybody has a good night, and we'll see you next week.